Hey guys, so you know that Duraludon got nerfed earlier today, right? So obviously I played him to see his nerfs, and honestly, I don't want to be the bringer of bad news, but he's still quite insane. Not as super overpowered as he was, but he still felt very strong, still easily ATS worthy. But what I've noticed is that I lost around, I don't know, 30 to 40,000 damage a game on average, which ended up still, like, most games I ended around 80 and 110,000 damage today. So before it was like between 100 and 130,000, right, almost every single game. So I did notice like a good damage drop. Dragon Pulse nerf, or like Dragon Pulse does quite less damage now, or like does for sure a bit less damage, not quite less damage, but you can notice Dragon Pulse doing less damage. His basic attacks do less damage. He has less basic auto attack range as well, which obviously also makes him deal less damage. But nonetheless, it still felt quite insane, and he was very good. So playing him jungle again, of course, that's what he is. You know, his main role is jungling, right? So go for a jungle game, and we can look if we notice that, you know, his damage has dropped a lot or not. Flash Cannon hasn't changed. There was a bug fix, not sure what exactly, but yeah, not nerf-worthy. I still would not recommend necessarily Flash Cannon to play. Would still recommend Dragon Pulse. But yeah, so in this brush, I just know he was in this, so I'm just Meter Clawing, boosted auto taking him. I actually hit him as well, so doing very good damage. But I did notice that my Dragon Pulse sometimes didn't kill things. And if you see in the last minutes of the game, I think that's actually the Dragon Pulse nerf kind of lost us the game. Spoilers ahead, but doesn't really matter. Let's just talk about the character and see how much damage he still does. Also, his marks disappear faster now, so you can't have the marks too long on someone. But honestly, it didn't really matter much. He will still get a nice kill. He still, his auto attacks do absolutely crazy damage, even though they got nerfed by around 10% per level. So at any point in the game, he lost around like 10% attack damage. But yeah, I had a lot of success with him still today, won a lot of games, and he also still, I don't think it changes much that he can just do Zapdos, because he can still do Zapdos very fast, but he might just be easier to play around now, and he doesn't seem completely 1v9 anymore, right, like before, where you just murdered everything. It does need a bit more damage now to kill everything, but overall, if you have a team that plays around you, it's a very good character, similar, just a very strong character still. So he's looking for level 9 here, and let me just look for the first dread. Pretty much in every single game I reached level 9 before the dread even spawned, because I always got kills on ganks with this character still. He's so strong at ganking. There's just so much damage for a level 5 character, or like for a ranged auto attacker. Get a nice kill over here, but you can already see my Dragon Pulse didn't really do that much damage there. You could kind of notice it dropping off a bit. Get a nice 30 score in, and then, yeah, recalling again, resetting for my buffs. Actually, I got stopped here. I'm just like fighting him now. I like building up a boosted auto attack, but you can see my damage. I kind of just one-shot him there, but I mean, Hooper was also next to me. So I built up a boosted auto attack him Dragon Tail, boosted auto attack, and a Dragon Pulse, and yeah, he died. So now I decide I'm not going back to my buffs. I'm so close to level 9, I'm just going to stay for the dread spawn. I don't want to be here instantly. I will get level 9, doesn't matter what. Yeah, I sniped the big B. So I'm level 9 now. What I've noticed, like, he can still do dread. He's the king of dreadnoughts still. Every single game I played, I think I won every single first dreadnought today in like 6 or 7 games that I played with Duraludon. You just position like this, use your Unite move, right, and people can't really do much about it. Just Unite moving here, and they have to walk into my thing, they'll get Dragon Pulse stacks, and bam, double kill already. See the Cinder Ace, just flashing on him. Easy triple kill. Of course I used my Unite move, but they just can't move in. It has such insane zoning for such an early game, like for level 9 ability, that most people don't have, you know, Unite moves yet at the first dread. So it does so much compared to other Unite moves. It has such crazy zoning potential. You just can't walk into dread if you position like I did. In the second brush there, everything gets circuit, and they have to walk through your fire, and if they walk through your fire, they'll get Dragon Pulse stacks, and they die. So, you know, still looks very strong, right? Still looks very strong. Looking towards Rotom now. And I also tried lane Duraludon, which I also won, but I don't know, lane Duraludon might have gotten hit obviously harder, right? If a character for jungle that's OP gets nerfed, it's obviously going to be also worse in lane, right? Because in lane, the nerfs are always heavier since you're underleveled. Here the enemy team is very angry, but we do get out. Dragon Pulse also still has insane range, so I wish they would have nerfed that a bit more. Like the Dragon Pulse range, I think, just shouldn't be this big. But overall the damage dropped quite decent on it. It still has execute damage as well though, so yeah. And we just look for these basic auto attacks, and you can see my auto attacks still shrunk pretty hard, right? Not much has changed, I feel like, when it comes to that, even though it got nerfed. We still do quite reasonable damage. It just doesn't feel as insane anymore, right? Before, like, Dragon Pulse felt like it deleted everything. Now it does take a bit more damage to delete something. But yeah, nice by my team as well here. Sadly, I don't get my score in. Do I get my score in? I did not get my score in. Would have liked to have 50, but totally fine. Totally fine. Going back to our jungle now. Getting a jungle rotation in again. Next thread is up, and we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna walk up, pop our fire ring, and then make the enemies have to walk through it if they want to have a chance on getting this thread, and if they don't, I will just take it, execute it with the dragon poets, and the same thing is gonna happen again. So my biggest issue is just like, I feel like this character does not have execute damage or something, or it should have like a damage cap against neutral. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing again, as you can see. And I'm just blinking to the enemy team, get the 9 hits. We know the Synace doesn't have Unite because he used it on top lane. I'm just trying to kill both of these now. It actually gets quite close, but we kind of clutch it there in the end, or we get a lucky crit on our boosted auto attack. And the Synace goes down. And we get a nice triple kill, one diving to our opponents. Yeah, they had no Unite moves, but still. I'm kind of squishy. Like, if I'm in 3 enemies, I probably should die as a squishy. So, but yeah. Don't die. Also, heavy metal, his passive, where you don't get knocked up or knocked back, got nerfed by 20 seconds as well. I think that is a very good nerf, gives him more counterplay. I think that was like the most annoying thing. When I play something like Absol into it, all my sucker punches just always got blocked. And it just felt so frustrating that my sucker punches don't stun him, because it's a knockback. And that getting nerfed is for sure nice, which means you can actually probably have a higher chance of killing him. If you pay attention to it, 20 seconds on lower cooldown is quite a lot in a short game like Unite, right? So you can keep that in mind when you play against him now that his knockback or knockup has higher cooldown, which means you can probably kill him often, especially on Absol or something that requires you to knock back someone and kill them in a stun. So yeah, quite nice. The nerf I like a lot. Besides that, I think he's just also just this broken just because jungle roll. Jungle roll is just OP, and as long as a character like this, who doesn't even have to evolve, right? He's just strong. As soon as he gets level 5, he's just so strong. Doesn't need any power spikes. Try and get some kills here. Enemies do break our goal, which doesn't matter much, but we get nice kills as exchange. Trying to kill the Charizard. They actually, I think they get me here. Yeah, they do get me, but Synace, I think Synace suiciding for it is totally fine play. If he kills me, that he gets a lot of experience. We do team wipe them, quite nice. And we have 16 kills right now. I have 16 kills, game was actually going very well. And it's gonna turn into huge disasters too. In my other games, also, I was still able to have very good Zapdos fights. He does kill Zapdos still insanely fast as well. I'm not someone that wants to flip on cooldown, but when I kill like 1 or 2 characters, obviously I go for the Zapdos, and he was still able to make it quite fast. With his fire, his boosted auto attack damage, and in general muscle band and stuff, like, hasn't really changed much. And I was able to secure more Zapdoses as well with my Dragon Poet still in most games. Alright, heading towards bot lane. I really don't like the third dread as always. I think it's kind of cursed going for this objective sometimes. Because people are just like, if your team goes for it, they will pop Unite moves for no reason. If you die right before this, it gets kind of awkward. But yeah, we do get 2 kills here. And we see the enemy Duraludon here, so go for him fast. Take him down. Actually, the Charizard uniting us. I just have to live here. It's actually kind of was like, oh god, please, why do you have to unite me? Just trying to live. I don't want to use my unite here right before Zapdos. 5 seconds. I need it for team fighting. Charizard does die. I was like thought about resetting. I didn't do it. Knight is actually scoring 100 on top lane. And now this Marmos Shrine. This was like, I feel like on old patch I would have killed him so much faster. I even looked up to Zapdos, right? I'm looking towards the Zapdos. I don't see it being taken. And it actually takes ages to kill him here. Look, you see this Dragon Pulse actually felt like it did no damage. And now I'm trying to port to Hooper, who's at Zapdos, and I get Earthquaked. And now the enemies just rip Zapdos. And yeah. Enemies rip Zapdos. That was quite unfortunate, and I feel like that was a very, very good game of Duraludon still to showcase that he's still quite strong, right? I was able to snowball the game super hard. I was able to have insane Dreadnought control. We still try to win here right now, but it's looking quite bad. I don't have score sheet on, so if one of them just jumps on me, the game is pretty much over. So yeah, Marmos Shrine bought a lot of time there. I really thought I had time. Also, we had Hooper, so I was like, I can port in. We just couldn't kill the Marmos Shrine in time. And then he stuns my port to Hooper, and then, yeah. If I get to the Hooper portal, I could have united and probably killed characters and had a chance of getting Zapdos. So, I mean, I guess we're done by the Marmos Shrine, buying a lot of time. And yeah, the game ended there. We had no chance to come back from this, sadly. Especially after I died in the end there. But yeah, the character still feels pretty good, right? I mean, you can guys let me know how he feels in your games and what you guys think. But actually, we barely lost. Why we lost? How did we lose by 10 points? It's head close battle. We actually lost by 10 points. Oh my god. Did 107k damage. And maybe I can look at a better Zapdos fight. Let me see if I have a clip somewhere of like a better Zapdos fight. Check this out. Here, last 2 minutes approach. You can see me executing the thing. Probably better. Maybe this makes it a bit better. Walking in, not caring anything, just popping my Unite move here. After my champ still gets completely destroyed by my passive heavy metal. It's very fun to play against. And yeah, just get a nice kill them very fast. And now you can see how much my Dragon Pulse stick hits them from like low HP. Bam. And then we still get it pretty fast, right? So I think it's still just kind of the same thing, but just much worse, obviously. Not much worse, but it's not as easy or 1v9 as before, I would say. But yeah, still quite solid. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would appreciate it, guys, obviously, if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And let me know what you guys think. Also, should I make a video on Ninetales? I did try some Ninetales. I would think I'd probably go over it as well. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!